Hi, I'm Ian Dobby with American Strength in Combat. Today I'm launching AmericanStrengthInCombat.com. This is going to be a subscription-based website broken into drills, techniques, and strategies. You get access to the full catalog when you sign up. And sign up today. It's $40 for the first 40 members. But what you're about to see is a free instructional. There's going to be a lot more like this on the full catalog, which you'll have access to. So check it out. Let me know what you think. Learn it, try it, and start taking people down. This channel is brought to you by Gold BJJ. There's a link in the description for a free gift from me with any order over $30. You're welcome. It's Ian with American Strength in Combat. Today we're going over the stance. Now, the wrestling stance, there's some rules I want to follow. The first one being I want to drop my butt and bend my knees. Many people, you'll see, they bend their hips and they keep their legs straight and their butt's still in the air. What I want to do is I want to bend my legs and I want to be in a position where I have mobility and explosiveness, okay? So, I've bent my legs, but I'm square. I want to take a back step. This puts me into a staggered stance. If you don't know which leg you're going to lead with, a quick test to do is if you're going to go for a sprint, which leg are you driving off of? This back leg is key to a lot of our shots. So, I figured out, okay, this is the leg I want to drive off of. I'm in this staggered stance. We don't want to be staying in this square stance, it's called, because as my opponent pushes me over, I have nothing to hold me up. So you will naturally go to the staggered stance. Okay, my legs are bent, my butt is dropping. The next rule I want to follow is head over knees over toes. Now, I'll turn to this side so you can understand what I mean. My head is over my knees and it's over my toes. If my head was back, you'll see it puts me at this awkward angle where this leg is getting lifted up. I'm carrying more weight on my back leg. If my head is over my knees and toes, I'm too far forward. This leg is carrying all my weight. My opponent will be able to snap me down. So I want to find this happy medium. My head is over my knees and my toes. Now, if I face you again, you'll notice that my head is in the middle of my body, in the center. It's not overhead, over my knees and toes in this direction, okay? It's actually centered, but in this plane, that's where my head is over my knees and toes. In the staggered stance, my face is forward, my toes are pointed at my opponent. Now my hands, what am I gonna do with those? My elbows come in, I'm pointing my hands at my opponent. Now, you'll see a lot of wrestlers who are low enough to touch the mat. That's a good position to be in. But another one, my preferred, is to take my lead hand and drop that forearm and a bit of my elbow on my lead leg. What this does is it naturally puts me in a lower level and it gives me some bracing and some support. When my opponent starts to pull on my head, I built a frame to support that force pulling on my head. If you took that away, it's a little bit harder to fight. If you're really strong, you know. But I like a little bit extra support here. My backhand, you'll notice I always keep elbow tucked in and it's ready to attack. I like to attack and make contact with my opponent with my backhand first, okay? You will see some good wrestlers use the front hand. They're extremely fast. They're typically trying to set up a counter or a trick or some sort of maneuver. But for now, a rule that I stick to is I come in with my lead leg, my lead hand is down, my backhand is the one that's attacking my opponent. Now notice my head is not face down, okay? And it's not here. I have a slight angle, my forehead, my eyebrows are pointed at what would be my opponent's chest, okay? This is a good wrestling stance. I'm able to move, I'm able to spin and pivot, my legs are bent, and another thing we want to keep in mind is you'll hear a lot of wrestling coaches say, stay on your toes. You don't necessarily need to be on your toes. I'm off balance. Be comfortable. Be able to drive. Be able to be quick here. If you need to get on your toes to close distance, that's fine. But let's be comfortable and loose. And that is the basics of a wrestling stance.